Alright guys, what is up? We're back, and we're doing a little bit of Firewatch. Kind of wanted to see how this game plays. I heard about it and saw it, so I was like, why not? Let's give it a shot. Instead of streaming it, I was going to go ahead and do a Let's Play because from what I hear, it's not that crazy long, so it's more apt for playing and get right into it. Game, yeah, sure. Colorado. You see Julia. Gotta click that. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students nearby see you older. You, Henry, are drinking with your pals. You approach her. You are drunk. So what's, you know, your major? Let's not try to sound like a complete asshole, or a complete just like drunkard and go with, what's your major? You slur the word major and it smells like Coors. Give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says, and I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours, she asks. She sniffs the air. Toxicology. Was that a burn, you ask? She says definitely. Worried she hurt your feelings, she asks you if you want to split a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you're Julia's boyfriend. That seems to escalate a little too fast. You're drunk at a bar, you meet up, you split a cheeseburger, and now you're together? Good move. Well. Backpack. Where are we going? There's no lights up here. That's very disconcerting. Okay, parking spots. Good gear. I gotta say, the art in this game is pretty fucking rad. I like the way it's drawn. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in, you share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Pretty cake life, I gotta say. Julia wants to get a dog. Absolutely, I love dogs. Let's do it. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia's in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German Shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking the dog. It's badass. Now see, here's the dilemma, because I'm not a small dog person. I personally have a husky. I've had 5 huskies in total. So huskies are pretty medium to large sized dog, and I'm not a big small dog person. It's like this is the tearing point. It's like, do I want to get the German Shepherd because I like it, and it's intimidating and you wouldn't get harassed or anything like that, right? Do I want to get a beagle because she likes beagles? I gotta go with the German Shepherd. Mayhem's an excellent dog. He loves wrestling with you in the park and goes with Julia on her runs. Even though he's too big to bring to school, Julia loves him all the same. Mayhem is a friend, child, and a pet all rolled into one. 1979, you talk on the deck. It's summer, 9:30 p.m., and the heat still radiates off the high desert. Off of the high desert, yeah. What do you think about kids, she asks. Uh-oh. That's a serious question. Kids? They're not very smart, or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have some couple idiots who one day why rush? Well, cause see, that's the thing. One day why rush? That makes it seem like you're like, oh well, you know, then let's not get too serious. But if you go, that would be pretty good. That's kind of like a catch-all thing, like anywhere between now and the end of our relationship, whenever that might be, you know, it would be cool. I wouldn't care. One day why rush makes it seem like you want to kind of wait till the end of your relationship or later on, seemingly much later. Let's go with that would be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. Probably for the best their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. Alright, sorry, had a quick cut there. I took off the mouse, capturing the mouse because it seemed to cause everything to flicker and look weird. So, where am I going? Fire danger. Today, extreme. Prevent forest fires. Can I go this way? Okay, nope, guess not. Is there any run button? Okay, no run button. Alright, we are walking this thing. Two Forks region overview. Two Forks lookout. It's like a pretty standard kind of. Don't forget to check in. You are in their country. Learn to live with bears. Warning: a thoroughfare trail is not recommended for inexperienced hikers. No fireworks. Okay, but it seems like a pretty standard foresty hiking nature preserve park. Nothing too crazy or out of the ordinary. Oh, well, I guess that's the end of walking. It's Thursday night and Julia's 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between your sheets. You get mad or you ignore her. See, that's the thing. Me personally, I think both these are really petty things. Like, oh, she went out and had some drinks. Okay, whatever. Fuck it. And then it's like, that's if you get mad. But it's like, if you ignore her, you're intentionally going, oh, well, you know, let's not, let's just totally be fucking 5 years old and be, no, I'm not talking to you because, you know, you went out and had fun and you didn't call and let me know that you were out having fun. If I had to pick anything, let's go with you're mad. You call her an inconsiderate asshole. She tells you to fuck yourself and not to be such a baby. You call her selfish. She knows you mean it and it hurts her feelings. Well, that was doomed to fail either way. Let's be real here. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plans from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You pose and flex like He-Man. You frolic like a Victoria's Secret. Let's go pose and flex like He-Man. You look awesome. Damn right I do. God damn. I'm fucking awesome. That seemed like a really high jump. Like if they're saying that this is about a 6 foot tall dude, let's say on average, you know, the average male height 5'8" to 6 foot, that's like a 10-foot drop. That's a pretty hard hit on what appear to be stones. But I got feetsies. Still no run button, so we're still kind of going through. But this game is really smooth, I gotta say. Even with all this shit going on and like depth of field, it is really not. I mean, a little. No, not really. Two Forks lookout. 8 miles. Still, 8 more miles still. That's a weird way to write that. Spacebar to climb over stuff. 1982. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking mayhem at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. May me move, fuck dog, Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she is stressed. You confront your attacker. See, I've been in fights, and sometimes it's a lot better to, you know, not escalate the situation. But then again, being the kind of guy that I am, I'd probably beat his goddamn face in. Yeah, I wouldn't try to scare him away, because there's always a chance that he's not gonna get scared. Your arm gets cut, but you beat the guy to a pulp. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes out before cops show up. Julie asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay. You don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, you nice walk by the river. 1984. Plans to have kids gets waylaid by work. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job. Associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Convince her not to take the job. Agree if she commutes back and forth. I mean, either way, sounds really selfish. I'm sorry. But you're saying she should take the job if she agrees to commute. Her commute back and forth. Or you say, no, she shouldn't take the job. It's like, so basically the only one winning out of this is you, because if she doesn't take the job, nothing changes. Only her career gets set back or kind of put on hold. And then if she agrees to commute, that means that you get to stay where you are in Colorado and she has to fucking drive everywhere. I don't know. That just seems like a really kind of shitty thing for me. But I'll definitely go with agree if she commutes back and forth. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if it's what she wants. She agrees. He flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. 1985. Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. Well, that sucks. He was found crying in a stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. You make macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. Yeah, definitely don't forget about it, because obviously there's something wrong, like some dementia or something, or Alzheimer's, memory loss, something like that. So after seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She is 41. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. Ooh, we're camping. See what's in the journal. Oh, I'm wearing a wedding ring. Okay, cool. Oh, is that it? I was just supposed to, okay. Bayham is getting older. He's got silver hair down his back and slows down at night. You and Julia walk him to the bar to see your friends, and it feels like nothing has changed. Julia goes back to the university. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over, for no particular reason, and has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. That fucking sucks. Some days you get Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes she goes into a panic believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family. They are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. What really sucks is this is what happens to a lot of people who have dementia or have a significant other that has dementia. 1988, you spend your first days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggested Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple months. You decide to move her in a full-time care facility, or are you determined to take care of her yourself? Either way, it's really rough. I've had to take care of family members who have had memory problems, not necessarily dementia, but memory problems, and it's tough to really do anything like full-time job, going to school, what have you. It's really hard. But then again, the guilt gets you of putting them in a full-time care facility. You know what I mean? Where you're like, oh God, I feel like I'm doing them a disservice by doing that, because I can tough it out and I'm family and I'll be more caring and compassionate than a nurse might be. I'm gonna go with determined to take care of her by yourself. Okay. Just can't go back that way? Yeah, no. The Misty. So far it's just been a walking simulator, and